So yeah, my fucking retarded setup. Like, Callie, this is my dog, part-time. I share custody with my brother because he has a yard, and it's just better for her because he's home more than I am. But she's my baby. Okay, this is gonna be for Taurus from now until June 15th. All right, so a lot's happening here. And let's see what. This is a really intense couple weeks, you guys. Like, a lot happening, a lot of lessons right now. New moon in Gemini is gonna be on June 13th, 22 degrees. A lot of shit's coming back around. X is coming out of the fucking woodworks, confusing the shit out you for no reason. You know, it's just Gemini is so extremely open-minded that like they would get confused easily over something that it's like, oh, I forgot why I didn't like you anymore. I forgot why I cheated on you. You know what I mean? So it's like, they're gonna come back around and confuse you. And you shouldn't be confused. But there's a lesson in everything, and the lesson is to, okay, Empress again, who the fuck is pregnant? The lesson is to, well, be like the Empress and have integrity, close out karmic debts. You know, a lot of people, myself included, sometimes we think that we don't want to hurt people, you know, so we just think that things are going to fizzle out. But it's like, even Abraham Hicks says, like, no relationship is ever over. It's always ongoing. You know, when you have a connection, when you have a relationship, that doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, you're going to stay together. That's just life. And it's fucked up because I'm actually referring to, whoop, okay, because I'm actually referring to my situation, as well as like 3 other situations that I know about firsthand, you know, and it's the ex coming back, and I'm like, look, it's done. Like, there's no reason for you to be coming back around, and there's no reason for the guy to be entertaining the shit. And it seems to be happening quite a bit with a few of the signs, and I do believe that it's because of the Mars is in Uranus. Mars actually is more masculine energy. So Mars in Uranus, Mars in Aquarius, conjuncting the South Node. South Node is karma, past life, past debts, old patterns, old habits. Ooh, okay. Justice, there we go. You know, you're talking to me today, aren't you? Damn, this is so true. Okay, so we have the Empress, the Knight of Wands, Justice, the Page of Wands, and the Ten of Wands, which is a burden. So the Empress, somebody can be pregnant. There is a man there who may be a fire sign. Sun, moon, or rising can be fire. The Empress, it could be a pregnant woman, and it could also just mean like if you work with any of the goddesses, I don't know who does ritual magic, who doesn't, you know, who's delving in it and playing with it, but you know, one of the Venus, you know, it actually has the symbol of Venus, which is the ruler of Taurus, you know, so this could definitely represent you if you're a woman. And the Justice card can represent either somebody that's a law official, you know, it could be a police officer if you're dating them, you know, I mean, almost even a security guard, you know, like, yeah. So it could be somebody who works in the government, and it could also just mean that people are really trying to be fair. You know, it has the Libra scales here, so yes, it could be referring to a Libra. Usually that's not what I get with this card. It can also be just, you know, very, Gemini also has the 2 sides, you know what I mean? So sometimes it means that somebody's really trying to be fair, and it's a burden for them. Wow, okay. So Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, I don't know if I said that, but basically somebody's trying to do the right thing, but they need to decide who they want to do the right thing by, because people are always going to get hurt. They're in a situation where there's more than one person involved, someone's always going to get hurt. Again, the Hierophant. So someone's always going to get hurt, and we never want it to be us, right? But, you know, sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. But the person who has to break the news to one of the 2 parties, that's always a burden Not always. Some people are fucking ruthless. I'm ruthless. I don't give a shit. Like, if my exes come back, I'm like, fuck off, I'm dating somebody. You know, which is how I believe everybody should be. But unfortunately, not everybody's like that, especially among the men in our society. You know, they want to please everyone. But, yeah, all women, they all want an asshole. We all want a man who's going to be nice to us and be an asshole to everybody else. The Hierophant, there's a big lesson in this, you know, for either you or your partner who isn't trying to hurt people. You know, like, they really want to be fair and you just can't. This is life. Or like, even it might be you know, maybe your ex came back and, you know, you don't want to hurt the guy you're with, but you also don't want to hurt the ex, because it's like you guys, you know, ended things amicably. Like, you didn't end on bad terms, but it's like, still, you need to have integrity and you need to be loyal to the person that you're with. And sometimes that means hurting other people. Exactly. Thank you, my little devil. So the devil is here to tell us that these are all false attachments. You know, the devil rules Saturn. Saturn is karma, you know, so things are coming back. People are coming back around. Look at this. Okay. So you see how the devil's hand is like wide open? Hold up, wait for it, there we go. And it has the glyph of Saturn on it, right? And the devil's kind of like, meh, that's all there is. And it's false attachments to, you know, the physical world, or just fucking old relationships that some of us are just not ready to let go of. And then you have the Hierophant, right? And he has his two fingers covering a part of his palm. What does that mean? That means that we do not know everything. There's always more than meets the eye. You know what I mean? So whatever the situation is, the devil is telling you it's false attachment, you know, and it's karmic. And yeah, sometimes it's an unbreakable bond. You do see that they're chained. There's always going to be a link when it comes to karma. Everyone you meet and you end up in a relationship with, it is karmic. You know, but devil's telling you, like, all right, it's time to break these chains, you know, learn your lesson, which is the Hierophant. It's the teacher, you know, learn your lesson and move forward into abundance. You know, because here, like, I've said this before and I'm going to say it every time I pull this fucking card, but like, first of all, he's wearing white, he's pure, you know, his hat's red, he's passionate, and behind the curtain, there's supposed to be women dancing, you know, women, alcohol, and song, or whatever the fuck, wine, song, women, you know, he has everything, which is why he's so content, you know. And sometimes it's like, if we don't learn our lesson, we don't come to this space. You don't get here without doing what needs to be done, without, you know, closing out the chapters that need to be closed out. Like, people need to stop being pussies, and if you're with somebody else, you gotta tell the other person who comes along that, like, hey, sorry, I'm with somebody and I'm loyal. Unless that's not your cup of tea. And if you don't want to be loyal, then be this guy. You know, and just go for it. But at least be honest. People just, it's just being honest. Because that shit will always catch up to you. And you know what? Even if it's not your thing. Even if you're not the type to commit. That's fine. No judgment here. You know, but be honest with whoever you're fucking with. Be honest with the people that you're messing with. Do not, you know, string people along and tell them, like, yeah, we're together, you know, and then run along and do the same thing to somebody else. That's not fair. You might as well just be like, look, I'm not looking for a commitment, you know, but we can see where this goes, you know, but I'm not gonna commit. And that's fine, you know. So dropping the false attachments. Damn, Taurus always gets this one. Dropping false attachments, but it could also be the Taurus, or the person that you're with, the Taurus that you're with. It could also be the person that you're with, that their exes are coming back, but somebody's coming back around. And this is happening for almost everyone. People are coming back around and it's a burden, you know, but you gotta be the bad guy with somebody. So, and it ain't gonna be me. So anyway, that is all I have for you, Taurus, for, yeah, from now until June 15th. So if you like this reading, like, comment, share, subscribe. And if you want a personal reading to look into your situation, if it resonated with you, I'll be more than happy to read for you personally. And my information is going to be in the description below.